Ladies and gentlemen, Angelina Jolie.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
I saw you at Telluride when you were there accompanying your film. Was that your first trip to that festival? I think it
No,
was.
maybe, yeah. No, I think I was there years ago with, first they killed my father.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where is home for you?
In my heart, Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
But,
And you're also a citizen.
and I am a citizen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
What was your first exposure to Cambodia?
my first was Tomb Raider. She saw me hanging upside down. That was my first, yeah. And I didn't, and I think that something tells you something about life is that I think back so much on my life and the amount of things I almost didn't do, almost missed, that would have changed the course of my life. I said no to Tomb Raider when I was first called.
What changed your mind?
They said you can travel the world and train with the British military. And I said, I will wear the shorts for the first 5 minutes and then I will never wear them again. And that's true. And that's the movie. That's actually what happened.
You've been through so many things in your life. Your young life was pretty tumultuous. And now you've raised children through that portion of their lives, most of them. Well, how do you steer them away from the pitfalls and the problems?
I mean, you realize as a parent, it isn't an 18 thing, it isn't a thing, it's life, right? And all through life. And I'm still changing and learning and growing and waking up
Sure.
at almost 50 and realizing, oh man, I was wrong about that, or I have to get better at that, or I do, and it sounds very silly or cliche, but I do think I got through a lot because I had something to live for. I was really quite dark in my youth. I don't know where I'm going with this. We're in front of 2,000 people.
Go ahead.
Having therapy with Leonard. Let's do it. I was really dark, and I'm sure I think actually a lot of people who probably respond to some of my work is because they identify with some of the struggle and some of the mind on fire or the pain in the heart or the madness where you're not sure, you can't settle, and you're a good person, but you aren't as maybe centered or stable. There's something else happening that you need an outlet for, and if you don't have that, and you can go very, very dark. And I went through many different times in my life. I went very, very dark and almost lost my life. And one of the darkest was when I became famous, the darkest. And then, in part because my mom had cancer. So I was going to keep working and not give her more to worry about. I kept going. And then I traveled, and then I met a lot of people around the world who were suffering so much. I was really quite embarrassed that I'd taken my life for granted. And I felt really, it was a good, kind of smack in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you know where your family is, you have enough food to eat, and you got to get your head straight and do what you can with your life. And I don't know, just look at things differently. So I figured I could put that put that madness to good use and become a mom.
Yeah. Perspective.
Yeah, perspective and outlets. I think we all have this where, and probably the best outlet for me was having somebody to live for, not living for myself.
Yeah.
Was a, you know, I think, and I think from my children, I don't know. There's so much I feel I never am doing enough or right, but I hope I'm giving them space to figure out who they actually are and something that they want to live for that's authentic to them. So it holds in their life.
Do any of them have a particular affinity for movies?
No. Don't know if that's my doing. I always wanted them to be around film because I wanted them to know as a part of. It's such a wonderful family to be creative, to be an artist, to be, they're not interested. They really don't like, if any, the celebrity part of it, especially Shiloh hates it. I think in a very healthy way, they don't, because it's not a normal thing. It's a silly thing, really, and it's not a, but the work and the connecting and the art is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And so for that, they've been on set with me, and some of them dance, some of them paint, some of them love theater, but none of them are dying to be on screen.
Two of them worked on Maria, right? Mm-hmm. Doing what?
They were ADs and photography.
Good.
Pax does. They both did AD work, which is, it's good to start in the work. You got to run around and do anything for everybody, and so they were doing that on a few films. And then Pax was doing some of the photography work.
We're going to take a look. We're going to take a stroll through your career
Okay.
tonight.
I was saying to somebody, it's really funny because I think you're starting with Hackers, right?
Yeah.
Are you? It's Johnny. I just talked to John. I love that. Now you get to see my ex-husband with 2,000 people.
We're going to look at Hackers, and then we're going to look at Gia.
Okay.
Let's watch these first two films.
Thank you.